But he did answer, I think.
Say the picture means nothing without
We
you.
need you in the
You're
picture,
taking a
sir.
picture of me only.
Yes.
Oh, we miss you.
How are you?
You keep talking about
Can we have a picture?
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our super gorgeous country. Yay, guys. The president has met with the Eminent Persons Group yesterday for that national dialogue, and I'm here thinking, you know what, this should not be vibes as usual, putting people together at the expense of taxpayers' money, eat the whole day or the whole time, and at the end of the day you give vibes. As the result, we have grown beyond that as South Africans. We are no longer at a time whereby vibes are the answers to everything. Anyway, guys, firstly, before we enter into this, I'd like to apologize for not giving you content as I'm supposed to be for the past 3 days. It's just that this side of mine, things get a bit hectic and I'm unable to do that. And I want to do that to show that I appreciate your participation in my channel. And please do not forget to share your views in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those. And if time allows me, I'm going to respond. But if it doesn't, I'm certainly going to react. And I'm going to try by all possible means to react to every comment. If I miss yours, please pardon me in advance. It is something that was just beyond my control at the time. And the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full, as that support really goes a long way. And to those who are already watching my ads in full, I would like to say nkosini kakhulu guys ngenkxaso, ndiyabulela ningadinwa nangomso. So okay, let's get back to this national dialogue topic. Sorry guys. I know I'm speaking on behalf of many South Africans when I say these are the things that should be thoroughly discussed in that national dialogue. And at the end of the day, action should be taken. Because when you look at the entire continent, it looks like a South Africa only that does not take a certain actions. And I don't know, they normally hide behind the gibberish that you don't understand. The human rights commissions, the NGOs, the what and what not. At the end of the day, South Africans look like an unreasonable group of people or an unreasonable nation. And to be honest, South Africa is the most lenient country in all the countries that we have in this continent. South Africa is very lenient. South Africa is soft together with its people. When you see South Africans react, you should know that they know it's enough. No, it's a different thing when you see a group of 50 people, 100 people reacting to something. They might be triggered by something that sometimes doesn't make sense. But when you see the entire nation standing up, you should know that there is something there. It's not something that you can just squash and set it aside, right? Now, these are the things that should be, or they need to be on top of that list. Number one, and I know this is the number one for every South Africans who love South Africa and is patriotic and they want to follow the law, is the illegal immigration. Do you understand? Because the illegal immigration it gives birth to so many bad things that happen. You have people that are undocumented roaming around the streets and you can't trace them when they do wrong within the country. And it's different when you're dealing with people who are legally in South Africa, the foreign nationals who are legally in South Africa. It's a different thing altogether because those people are traceable. And I'm not going to include South Africans much because it's standard. In South Africa, we have IDs, so you are traceable most of the time. There are very few who don't have IDs because of certain circumstances that made them to be like that. And I've noticed that in other countries, especially, you see Nigerians in certain videos and certain content creators, that the majority of Nigerians in Nigeria don't have the identity documents, the ID that we have. Please, if you know something, let me know in the comment section. Do Nigeria, what is happening in other countries? Like, especially, I would like to commend SETEC, because many things that happen in other countries, like especially the northern side, northwest side, don't happen in the SETEC region. Like, we have certain things in order in the SETEC region. We just need to stop that thing that is going on in the DRC, the unnecessary unaliving out of greed. See, that one, we need to stop it, right? It's the illegal immigration. We need, under that illegal immigration, we need border control. That is necessary. That is necessary. We need to restore the dignity of the country so that when we welcome other foreign nationals to the country, they feel safe. Because it goes back to what I normally say, that illegal immigrants within the country are also a danger to other foreign nationals who are legally in South Africa. This should not be a fight by South Africans only. Everybody that is legally, if South Africa is everyone who lives in it, we should all fight the battles that are damaging South Africa together with the ones that are legal in South Africa. It's our South Africa most, right? And the other one, the crime. You see why I started with the illegal immigration in the borders, the immigration control and whatnot. It is because it gives birth most of the time to the things that I'm about to share with you that need to be a priority. We need to deal with crime. It is difficult to control because we don't know who we have within our country. And on top of that, we have the corrupt SEPs, as according to Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, we have the corrupt justice system. And the Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi issue should be dominating the dialogue, because you feel it that we are scratching the right wound, that Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi has scratched the right wound that is creating all the chaos that we see in South Africa. If law enforcement is corrupt, see what happens. People get paid at the border, people come into South Africa, and then within South Africa, we have South Africans, illegal immigrants, and foreign nationals committing crime within South Africa. And then those who get accountable are South Africans and the foreign nationals who are legally in South Africa, and the illegal ones disappear. They've bribed at the border, bribed our corrupt officials, and stay within the country without any papers and commit all sorts of atrocities in our country. And I'm not talking about African illegal immigrants as people just automatically assume. I'm talking about everybody, whether you are Chinese, Italian, American, whatever, black, white, blue, purple, whatever, as long as we are in South Africa illegally, you know that we are involved in some criminal activity right there, right? We need to deal with that, because these are the things that we brought to ourselves, and we need to solve them, and it will take us solving them. Cover our country with some dignity. Oh, Kosiam, yo, sana. All right, moving right along. The other one is the unemployment. And you see, that unemployment, whether people like to hear this or not, is also getting suffocated by illegal immigration. Do you see what I'm saying? It is a fact, whether you feel like uncomfortable around that topic, but it is the truth. Because how many factories, including the ones that, and personally, I don't really like the way China does business. So whenever we see Chinese companies, you don't get excited because they do things that they are not supposed to do as, quote unquote, the investors, the people who bring business to South Africa. So we recently saw how Chinese do their businesses. They don't even employ illegal immigrants. That is exploitation. They exploit them so badly. Some was sleeping in the sewer there. They sleep under the rubble of like fabric that made them. In my mind, I'm getting distracted because I'm seeing the picture of that video in my head, and I'm not going to bring it here. They sleep under the rubble there. It's just pure exploitation. And now you have these Chinese people, they've connected illegally the electricity, their factories is manufacturing illegally by employing illegal immigrants. At the same time, they are stealing from our own government. I don't really see why China is a good partner to us, trading partner to us, because of the kind of people they export to South Africa. I have heard so many people complain about Chinese companies, the poor work that they do, especially with the engineering work, the construction work and all of that, just the poor work. And also they smuggle people from China to South Africa so that they can come and exploit them, continue exploiting them here, make money here. You know, when you look at South Africa, like, maybe it is true that black people can't govern themselves. It's so frustrating. It's frustrating because I did not believe. I remember having a conversation some time ago with somebody from the DRC. The person said South Africa will eventually be like all the African countries that are just are lawless, have no order, violence within. I strongly opposed that view. If you could hear me on the day disagreeing with that person, I was like, South Africa would never go that direction. But today, we are being accused of manufacturing drugs and supplying drugs and destroying the children of the SADC region. Can you ever? That is our country. So that as well. So okay, we need to, is the unemployment followed by drugs? You know, we need to address this drug issue seriously. And that goes back to what General MCKENZIE said, that our top people, our top leaders are involved in drug dealing and they are in cahoots with the syndicate and the drug cartels. Can you believe it? So these are the things. And also, we need to check, you know, these things, when we talk about them, it's like sometimes people want to sprinkle xenophobia. Sorry, guys. It's not true. You know, some of the things that we talk about is according to experience. There's something that needs to be done in South Africa. Just vet everyone, including South Africans, especially in the hospitals. Especially in the hospitals. I remember one story, somebody that I know, one family member of mine who was working in the hospital, and they had a doctor. The doctor clearly had no knowledge of what the person was doing, and those are the people that come through the board. They had no knowledge whatsoever. As a result, no one wanted that person in that hospital. They did everything they could to make sure that person does not stay in that hospital, because it was clear that he had no qualifications and had no knowledge of what the person was doing. Number two, my own personal experience. That doctor has been, I think the doctor went back to the UK. My own personal experience when I was giving birth to my son, who is my last born, because I have two kids, a girl and a boy. But when I was giving birth to my son, that doctor, that one was a white doctor. That's why I'm saying, when you hear such things, it's not xenophobia. It is because we want to address certain issues that are burning within our country. So I still have a pain in my back, on my back, because of that. So what happened? That doctor, even when, you know, when they check your centimeters and whatnot, they want to feel the head of the child and they put the hand. It used to be so painful. You wouldn't understand. What kind? Because it was not my first time being pregnant. It was for the second time. And why am I feeling so much pain? And I heard stories that there's one woman who was unalived because of this doctor, the way he was doing that thing. I don't know what it's called. The name just you know, when the doctor puts the hand, you know, through your private part to feel how the position of the baby and whatnot. What is that thing? I forgot what that thing is. You see, they used to say he was the doctor who used to work in wars and whatnot. So at the end of the day, when it was time for me to go to theater, because they discovered that no, I'm not going to be able to deliver the baby on my own, they took me for a CS. And then when I got there, you see that injection they put on your spine, I went mad. because of how he was careless with my spine. There was a time I felt the needles all over my legs. Everybody who was in that theater thought I was not going to be able to walk after that. Up to a point whereby one nurse realized, you know what, this patient is going to die here, and went and called the hospital manager, who was a doctor. I still respect that doctor today. I saw him recently, and I was like, doctor, thank you very much for saving me during that year. And he still remembers the story. He came and just made me sleep completely. And I was struggling to bend over after that. And it was discovered that that was a white doctor from the UK with no qualifications whatsoever. And these are the kinds of the people that are allowed to be in our hospitals. And when questions are asked, South Africans are xenophobic and they hide behind certain organizations. Yet we have the experience. We still see them. They are there with zero qualifications. They are there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, right. And when I say so, please don't come here and be saying point them. To understand. So the ones that I'm talking about are no longer in South Africa. I don't know where they are, but they said they are no longer in South Africa. So I have a scar of a doctor that was not a doctor, who almost damaged my spine. So please, I still have, if I stand for a long time, I still feel that. So okay, these are the things that need to be addressed. So also, we talk about how bad, I saw recently in the news that, I'm talking about housing now. We have housing that is supposed to be given to the people of South Africa that is being occupied by the people who are not supposed to be in South Africa. That's one. And number two, we have the corrupt officials selling the houses to the people that don't qualify. For more than 10 years, people are sitting with title deeds for the houses that they cannot occupy. And also, we need to call our own people to order. Do not sell your houses when you have it. Do not sell. Why are you selling it? Everybody should be like taking care of South Africa, because when you do that, selling the house that was given to you, you are not helping South Africa in moving forward. What are you doing? So there are just so many things that are happening in South Africa. That's just a lot. We saw the Department of Education that they prefer foreign nationals to South Africans. And you creating, when you do that, being corrupt to that level of doing that, you are creating animosity between South Africans and foreign nationals. Something that is so unnecessary. We don't need that. That's not supposed to happen. We have laws in South Africa and they need to be followed. So there is just too many things, but those are my priorities when it comes to the national dialogue that is coming. And because I'm saying so because we already have the thing. It's not going to help us to oppose it at this stage when it's already going on. We have no control over that. We just have to push that whatever that is going to be discussed, it should not be vibes at the end of the day. Don't give us vibes as the result. We are so over that. We don't want that at all. We don't want to see it. And when it comes to the issue of General Mkhwanazi meeting with the president, briefing him, right? We know that the president is going to address the nation, I think tomorrow. And when he does that, it is going to be important that it doesn't come with the same vibe that we've seen all along, that, another address, another no result, talk. No, we need to hear a different president speaking, or maybe the same president talking, but now coming with a different energy. Because this thing that was exposed by General Mkhwanazi is not a small thing, and it needs decisive action. Even if the president has to go down with the ship, so be it. Because there is no way we are going back with a, what's it called? After this, there is no way we are going to accept results that are not the results that we want. We need to see the heads fall. We need to see that. We really need to see that, because this is the answer to everything. If you ever wondered why South Africa is like this, General Mkhwanazi went straight to the wound that we knew. But we never thought somebody could scratch it. I think that is what is shocking us the most. That somebody went straight to the core of our very own problems. very thing that gave confidence to the people with that gave confidence to the people who do bad within this country, that what are you gonna do to me, because I have connected, they am connected, they have that connection, I have that connection, so you're going to be running around in circles like a mad chicken, like a headless chicken. Sorry, like a headless chicken, you're not going to be getting any result. So at the end of the day, when you have police officers that are determined, that understand that they took an oath, so they feel like they are suffocating because they can see what is supposed to happen and they are unable to do that. So they decided, you know what, let us come out and put this thing on the table, kunuke once. So okay, that's where we are. And I'm saying the president and their national dialogue and him addressing us tomorrow, we must hear that we are no longer at a level whereby vibes would be given instead of action. Anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my videos, and the next time you pump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full. Guys, so do have yourself a lovely weekend. I'll be seeing you in my next video.